And we are live. Why are you not showing up in my little preview screen? There we go. And we are live, an hour late, because of life. How is everybody today? Aside from fielding, you already told me how your day was. I need not hear from you again. There we go. Yeah, I noticed. I'm not impressed. It's well, I'll explain to the manager why the place he rented me out is reduced to ashes. You'll be getting a letter in your inbox very soon. Let's see. Starting off as always with the Wordle, which I'm doing on Firefox because I accidentally started it this morning before realizing that I was streaming today. So I already know that we have an A and T, and that's it. So no, antler isn't spelled with an A. Oh, antar is though. Oh. Okay, so 1A, no R. I was gonna say chast, but there's no whatchamacallit. No T at the end, that's what it is. So it's not chast, but is it a CH? No, there's no L. That's not a word, I'm pretty. That is a word, but it's not. But it didn't have a T. I just wasted that. Hmm. So it's an A. A goes in the fourth spot, I'm assuming. But then uh I'll get to that thing in a second, Fieldling. Hmm. Can't be plead. So I feel like A has to go here, which means T has to go somewhere over here. So does it start with a T? Oh, is it a... Damn it, not enough letters for Utopia. Tofas. That's not a word. Can't be track. Can't be trams. Can't be started. I think it has to start with a vowel. Ha ha ha. This is a terrible game to play with dyslexia. uh, Not intrigue. That's too long. Let's throw away another thing to figure out. Great. Okay, so it has to start with something before the T. So I'm assuming an O or a U. No. Wait, so it ends with an A. What? Yes, webcam. Hello, people. This is my pretty face. Pretty unshaven face. Um, I suck at these games. Mota. What is water? I cannot think. My mind is completely blanking. Damn it, that's not a word. An S wouldn't have worked anyway. Okay, so it has something O, something T. PH. Hello, quota. I don't know why I play this game. I just feel like an idiot every time I do. Okay, and then lingual. Oh, this is Gujarati. Easy as pie. One sec. Did I get a message? Oh, that was not good. Okay. Is Langle working again today? Portuguese. Okay, come on. Portuguese. Langle's working again. As always, the first two are the easiest. Army otomie re ru. I almost said Creole because of army, but that can't be right. Mbueja. Um, I know it's not Haitian Creole, but I want to know if it's in that area or not. It is not. Very much not. So then let's go someplace in Africa. Even further away. Okay, so it's in the Americas. I'm assuming Southern America. Hmm. Is it not Incan? That's not, Is it near the Ketra? Tadma Ketra? No. Is it? Hope he's not an option. Great. I know it's not Navajo. I'm just trying to figure out what area it could be. Okay, so it's more north. I have two more. I have one more narrowing down point. Great. Um, let's see. Is it up north in this area? No, it's closer. Hmm. It's closest to Navajo. Um, I'm just gonna say Mohawk. Mohawk isn't an option. Ojibwe? Ojibwe is. I don't think it's Ojibwe though. It really does not feel like Ojibwe to me. Yeah, no. What is that? No, I guess it is. I guess Marshallese is closer. Oh my god, it's Marshallese! What was that spectrogram one again? Uh, Grammel. Oh, I already did. Did I do global? Uh, not Iberia. Congo, Italy. Closer. Belarus is adjacent to the answer. Poland! Wow, that was... I keep forgetting that Austronesian languages are on Taiwan. Like, that's the birthplace of Austronesian languages. At least I think that's one of the main theories of where they came from. Grammel. Okay. Okay. I know it's not gonna be this, but I'm just gonna do... No, I'm not gonna do that word. What? So there's a splitting of the things here. No, there's not enough voicing at the back, I don't think. I'll just use it to guess. Yeah, definitely not enough voicing at all. This is a good amount of... I might want to say stops, but this... That would require this and this to be identical. Lake. Nope. Links? Ink? Okay, so there's an. I think this is gonna be where the ing is. It's not singing, unfortunately. That would be too simple. Can't be brink. No R sound for that. Um, can't be fling or flung or anything with an F. I want to say it's a fricative going into a stop, but there's no S. Um, I'm just gonna throw away one real quick. Shrink. And see if shifting them back. Nope. So go at the. They should go at the very end. I am assuming. Or ing. No, that's the. Hmm. Let me, let me try finger. I don't think it's finger. Because we already have the yellow there. Nope, it can't be finger. There's a no G in this word. Uh, God damn, this one. I almost said manger. Um, ing. Can't be G. So I don't think it starts with ing. It has to end with ing. Can't be string. Any other. Yeah, it can't be string because S is already done and there's no R. Tearing? No, again, no R. But let's see if there's at least these sounds. Nope. Well, that just basically confirmed where we thought it was. I suck at these games. Um, I was about to say outing. Outing. But that's only four. Ow. R. E. Mm. Pouting? I hate that this is a separate phoneme in this game. No, not pouting. Hurrying. Hurrying. Hurry. Hurrying. I would not use this symbol here. Just personally, let's see what dictionary does. Because, yeah, with the hurry furry merger. What? Hmm. Yeah, very evil word. I'm not sure that having a vowel follow after a rhoticized consonant and not have it be, you know, an R feels. I mean, I can see why people would do that. It just feels off, if you guys get what I mean. I do. Mary, Mary, and Mary. I pronounce. Uh, yeah. Merry Christmas, Mary Ann. I got married. I'm getting married. No, I will marry. There we go. I merge all of them. Hmm. Okay, so let's see. Let me put back on my music. And then, what should I do today as I answer questions? Actually, Fielding had a question. Anyone coin any stative or inchoate verbs with specific locative meanings or find any in netlings? Like Nenzar, Niwakle Waku, be in habit. I have not, but I do think Russian does that to an extent. I know both Russian and Spanish encode directionality within the verb to an extent, but I don't know if they have hyper specific locations. Japanese actually has one for leaving the house, like a specialized lexical item for that. But I don't think that matches what you're thinking. Okay, Obsidian. Actually, no, I got some things to do. I got new kanji I need to add to my flashcards. There we go. And then Photoshop. Yeah, I'm just still stuck on that. Why the hell would you transcribe IPA in that way? Like that, I cannot get over that. That boggles my mind. Especially since it includes my namesake, a fellow rhoticized vowel. The indignity of it all. Rasterize. Why? Okay, it stopped doing it. I thought my screen was glitching again. Actually, here's something funny. Kat already knows about this to an extent, but I already have my next video in the works. My next main channel video in the works, surprisingly enough, shortly after my last one. Because I, somehow or another, went into a deep dive on the etymology of Japanese verbs and their conjugations. And now I feel like I've stared into an abyss of knowledge and know more than I ever should. which God, thank God for Whitman and yes, it is because of scripting Japan's video. Have you seen my comment on it? What is that banging sound on my desk? Yeah. Yeah, he said the in the video he talked about like I don't know why Bay needs to be there because it's obvious enough that there's nothing that it could compete with. Maybe Ku. I was like, huh. I wonder if anyone answered that in the comments. I went down and just saw all the things about. Oh well, it's because it's a Ichidan verb, which means it has to be this way because that's how Ichidan verbs are spelled. And I was like, I mean, yeah, but why are Ichidan verbs spelled that way? And that sent me into a day and a half of just researching Japanese etymologies, Proto-Japanese and Classical Japanese verb forms. And I understand so much. And along the way, I somehow picked up how the Japanese verb pairs came to be, whether I wanted to or not. Japanese historical linguistics is a mess. And the brief time I've spent looking at Korean historical linguistics, it seems like that's an even bigger mess. Oh, I forgot to check if I already have that one. Documents. Oh. You can... Did not know you could do that. Learn something new every day. Okay, let's see. New song. If anybody has song recommendations, feel free to leave them in the chat and I might listen to them. Okay. Hello, shiny diamonds. Yeah, they are kind of cursed, but they make sense when you look at Proto-Japanese. Which I'm not going to say much here because that's spoilers for my next video, but it makes sense. It's just that the old Proto-Japanese itself is pretty cursed. No, I wish I could. Ain't no rest for the wicked. We close our eyes for good. How are you, shiny diamond? He wasn't looking for my line. Give me all your cash and... Okay. There we go. Stupid fucking tremors. Okay, there's that. I really should actually probably organize these strokes and release them for free soon. I have over 1,000 of them at this point. I'm fairly certain I'm getting the stroke order correct. Yeah. but because I'm forgetful and clumsy, I should see yes. There's that. Dollar bills. uh, Bianca Orqueda East. I'll get to your question in a second, Kat. Bianca Orqueda. Oh, you're recommending musical artists. I missed that. Oh, I missed quite a few. Grandma, hey, someone has made a what if English was a Chinese written language which is invented by Amizan Sakamoto. Amizan Sakamoto. That's just Japanese. English with Chinese. Oh, that's a video. I will check that out later. Oh, that could have been bad. I am not a React channel. I refuse to be. Uh, Bianca Orqueda. Bianca Orqueda. And the song is... I'm assuming that's the song name. Isheshin. Okay, so there's that. What is the order of the colorings? It goes from coolest to warmest. You can see the colorings here, but it's pink is for showing the radical. Then it goes purple, blue, green, orange, and red. And then the two different shades of gray to show strokes that have already been done and strokes that haven't been done. This song isn't too bad. We'll say it's not exactly my vibe. I'm more of a type guy. Oops, just flung my own hair into my face. Ah, shit. Uh, what language is this? Um, I don't. That's Nivakle. Okay, that's what I was thinking because it's. Oh, God, I did it again. Considering how much you bring up Nivakle. But I didn't realize there are people making songs in it. That's amazing. Actually, that's one great way to uh, bring attention to minority languages or languages. I don't think is Neva Clay a minority language? Neva Clay. Yeah, it's 14,000 speakers. Ooh. I mean, it's not a small amount, but not the ideal amount. Oh, that's an interesting phonology. It has a symmetrical vowel system, but doesn't say it has vowel harmony. That's fascinating. But yeah, to a great way to revitalize languages apparently and bring interest to it is through songs, like making music in said language. Rosaria Haddad. Yeah, I'll check that one out next. Somaniak. Wait, Punimic. Oh, I missed that. That is. I thought that was yeah, buh, sound. The uh but they can igbo that sound. I can't. Why can I not remember what that name of that sound is? Oh, I just copied that by accident. There we go. Yeah, but going back to the colors, yeah. So I was looking for good quality stroke orders diagrams to use in my uh, flashcards, and I found the CJK stroke order project, which has a bunch of. How does that feel? There we go. That feels better. Has a bunch of stroke orders done for the languages. And I was like, oh, I can use this. But then it hasn't been. Oh my god, it's actually been updated. But yeah, they make a bunch. They make they make stroke orders, but then they only had them done using 4 different methods, where it's pictures in black and white, where it's done like this, or shades of red, which I found fascinating, and animated GIFs. But and while I loved that and I wanted to use it, it annoyed me how even within the same language they would use different fonts, and I hated how much space these ones took up. But I hated how on uh words with heavy stroke order counts, like Byung, you could barely tell the difference between a lot of the uh I mean Byung's obviously an outlier because it's Byung. I hate how you can't tell the difference between a lot of the strokes, and so I created this system of going along a natural gradient to an extent of across different colors, which I found much better. And the number of colors I found that works best is 5, because that's the most I personally can tell apart easily on a glance, which is another thing I want to be able to tell stroke order on a glance. And it heavily reduces the number of the length of the files. I think currently I only have like 2 characters that need more than 2 rows of 8 of these cells. And those are for like traditional Chinese. I was hoping, and I'm still looking to try to find a set of 7 colors that works like this. So that way I can have, well, more colors, but it would also allow me to hmm, better group together certain components. Because I also like having components used together in a certain way. So, like, here, I don't just do purple, blue, green, orange, red, because then I'd be splitting up this component here. However, I'm going to have to split up this component anyway into smaller components because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strokes. Which I have yet to find a set of 7 colors that I'm happy with. Ah, shit, I used the wrong color there. And I've tried asking people about if, like, using color theory and whatnot, but they're all just, they do not give me good answers. Or it might just be that I'm too dumb to understand the answers they give. Yeah, my current system has been quote unquote perfected over the course of 2, 3 years or so. Because I started it back when I was teaching myself Chinese. I highly recommend going and listening to Radioactive Postmodern Jukebox cover because it is surprisingly good. Okay, there's that. It's the side one first, yeah. But yeah, I find that most components. The reason I want 7 specifically is because I find that is the highest number of strokes in a component that cannot be broken down well. Or in a way that looks aesthetically pleasing as well. In my bones, enough to make storms go. Uh, okay, so that's not just blue, that's the shading of gray. There we go. Yeah, and then the last, it's just 3 strokes here. There we go. Stupid hand tremors. Whoops. There we go. Boy. And then next is this one. Prudence, thought, concern. You know what? Does it not grow in size? Okay, I can zoom in on it. Let's see. Just a small break. Yes, I do have ADHD. Why do you ask? I am so lucky that wasn't a bomb. Here comes the hunter. Okay, so this one has 2. Gonna ignore that for now. So those have to be 3s. That has to be a bomb up there. You know, it is really hard to play Minesweeper and click-based games when you have tremors. Hello, comrade. God, what the fuck? No, I have not played Hyperbolic Minesweeper. That sounds like a nightmare. Like, that sounds like an absolute nightmare. Here comes the hunter. Quest to the bride with a pain in her chest. Then 4D Minesweeper. Actually, I'm gonna turn on my mouse instead of my trackpad. Which, this is what I generally use because it's a Mac. And I generally only use this when playing games. Despite the fact that I got it for, using in everyday life. But then Mac and non-Mac priority Mac proprietary mice are evil. I don't know if that one's good. That one's good. Safe. Damn it. 4D Minesweeper? Oh, Electric Callboy was recommended to me. I am now playing Electric Callboy. Your voice when so that's safe. Okay, so that has to be one there. Um, those have to be one, so that's... I kid you not, for a week straight, I did nothing but listen to Vinnie Markey and playing Minesweeper while I was sick. And it was glorious. If maybe a wee bit unhealthy. No! Hyperbolic Minesweeper. Is it a regular non-Euclidean? Is this the one you're talking about? Okay. Oh, and this is gonna count as a thing, isn't it? But it can't because it's a... So that's the 2. Okay, this is a nightmare, but it's understandable. Hey, I did it! I think. Yeah. That right there, I'm just gonna zoom in on that. That is mean. Okay, 4D Minesweeper. It's a Steam game, okay. Oh, really? Okay, I see now. Sexaginta Quartal. You think you can scare me with torture, Quartal? Salet. Okay, I got none of them. None of them are Salet. Sadly. But there's a lot of S and A's and T's. It is too many words. You got that. You can only make 7 mistakes. If you make more than 7 mistakes, you are out of guesses. You cannot get all of them. Like, it is physically impossible. Okay. Which one has the most? Oh, thank you. I have a cam on. My brother bought me a PB&J. Hi, Daddy. Okay. Let me try. Brown. That helped quite a bit here. Uh. Oh god, what's grown? That's not how you spell grown. Okay, not grown. Okay, that's... Wait, what? S-C... Scowl. Got one down. Yeah, that's what I was doing as well. I just want to see if there's any words I can use that I can narrow it down even further without me wasting any. S something O R T. Short? No. I should have done that. That wasted a whole ass. I guess. Hmm. And then my final one is quids. Quell. And I think I got it from here. I think here I can get a word and answer. Wait, which one's purple? What does purple mean? Um, what does red mean again? Ah. Alright. Churn. Port. Port. Cried, not whatever the fuck I just tried spelling. Okay, now I actually have to think. Um... Juice? Oh, there's no D there. But juice is a word. Um... This one is C-L-I... something E. Oh god, why can I not Oh. Well, I'm sad to see you. There's Why is there an even bigger one? Why is there an even bigger Wordle? That's too much. That's too many words at once. Oh, here we go. Cause. What is... What's OED? C OED. Okay, no red again, but this one has 4, that is. HAD. Shady. Any other one with 4 total? Shard, not shard. Char. I can't think of. I'm thinking of Shorn. Yes. Oh god, yes. Have you seen me playing my Sharn? Already done N? I have already done N. N is not a letter there. Have you seen me playing my Souls games? Carry. URST. Burst. But yes, humans have a tendency to torture themselves and call it entertainment. It's a miracle we haven't died off as a species yet. Sadly. S, don't know. ORT. Smart. Sport. It was a very smart play. Still no idea what the fuck is going on here. Because it's C. Cood? It's Cood! Oh, God. Nope, this one has B. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Blessed. As in a regular past tense of bless. Sharp. COET. Comet. No, not comet. Shit, I wasted one. Let's see. This one is worst. Lime. Oh, I didn't realize that was a spelling of that. STU stump. Like how I feel playing this game. Oh, this one has it all. Blast. Spare. No, not sperm. That's what it is. Did my phone just buzz? Nope, just my phone notifying me an hour ago that I was live. Thank you for that. Booze. Still a lot of letters I haven't used. There's clear. Oh, here's one with 5. Clump. U-M-M-Y. Gummy. No, not gummy. Shit. Mummy? Fuck. I may have just lost it for myself. Maple. I might have just killed it for myself. Slant. Okay. When its mouth opens wide and there's more teeth inside, that's amore. Harem. That's what that one is. Probably the worst genre ever in anime. Just shit you can even consider it a genre. Rainy. I think it's safe to conclude that when an eel lounges out and takes a bite of your snout, that's amore. I hate them so much. The only one I enjoyed, even for a short period of time, was the 100 Girlfriends Who Love You Really, 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 Really Much. Because it is such a good parody of the genre. Plus, it's the only... No, it's one of 2 manga that I've seen that do love triangles right. Where the 2 people pursuing after the same person are also into each other. Because if they're only into one person, it's not a love triangle, it's a love angle. Racer. No. The entire thing is not a love triangle. But between him and the first 2 girlfriends... God, I sound like shit saying that. Organ. Oh. I just noticed. The area where it's maple has a maple leaf, or it's, you've completed this one image. Is that all the 4? Nope, there's another 4 one. It's C-O. Covet. God. Okay, I think that's all the ones with 4. Yeah, 3, 3, 3. Oh, this one has 4 now. Grieve. Nope. Grief. Did not mean to voice that one. Now there's only 2 letters we have not used yet. At all in this game. Yummy! That's what that one is. I hate that. Okay. Now I actually gotta think about these. Um, so AL R Valor. This one is also 3. LAZ Plaza. LAR I cannot think of. So the only ones that work here are ALRLIR. I'll come back to that one. USE Amuse. A HA something Hatch. I'm doing this. I'm doing good. I'm actually surprised I'm doing so well. S. Of course, there's many little things to help you with hints. I think this one's just nail. Yes. Oh, this one has 5 now. Eyes. Anise. Again, star anise. Star anise. A. PA something SE. Oh, this one has drama. How many guesses do I have? Okay, I think I have a few guesses left. I might be able to do this. RST. Is FA? I'm not seeing an. Oh, okay, that's the F first. And these ones. Sapia? Yeah, Sapia. Dealt. Oh, I'm so close. I'm so close. Jet. Jetty? Is jetty a word? It is. 41. Oh. Onset. 2 more. 2 more. This one has 5 correct. Beta. This one has 5 collect. Posse. release. And then allow. Pouch. Primo. God, there's so many of them. Right. Wait, why did the... Okay. Fight. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 guesses left. Shit. Flare. Okay, that's that throw done. That's that throw done. See. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I even have 4 guesses left? No. No. I don't. I only have 3 guesses left. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you... Wait, what? L-Y... I'm going back to that one. Let's see if I can even guess the last ones. U-L-T. And this one only has T. So T, but also has C-H-E. I's at the end there. T comes there. What word is this one? Why? These last 3 words must be obscure or something, because L-I... So I goes in the middle, followed by N. And L goes at the beginning. Which means Y has to go there. What word is this? Ethic. Okay, so this one has U-L-T... E... L I N. You know, I know all the letters. I know that. It's just I can't figure out which of those letters goes. It's not Y, it's not L, it's not N, not I. Like this has to be Y, right? Because this is I, this is N, and Y doesn't go here. Same thing here. This is E. None of the letters available go here. Exalt. Did I mention I'm dyslexic? Ah! Ich war so näher. I was so close. Yeah, welcome back, Fieldling. You just. Oh god, that is so red on my face. You chose the perfect time to return. Yeah, I didn't see the G. Exalt, yeah. Oh, did I write that with an A? I wrote that with an A, didn't I? God damn it. I hope you all had fun watching me suffer. The purpose of this channel isn't to watch me die repeatedly. It's for me to talk linguistic stuff and answer questions. Here I am getting tortured. This is why you set the stream on fire earlier. Okay, this is why I have the trackpad despite having tremors, is that mice with this, the Apple mouse just sucks. But I hit option and I scroll 1. Like, what the fuck is that shit? Like, that happens for all the Adobe stuff as well. So it's like, I just cannot use the mouse with Adobe products. Yes, I wanted it to be so small you could see the pixels in the screen. That is exactly what I wanted. I need a new song. Let's see. Johnny Rife. Pulled a knife upon the keeper of the inn. Path until you put the money in the bin. Johnny Rife pulled a knife until the owner last refused. Rasterize. Highlight. Oh, that's shift. Okay. So yeah, it's the top one first, followed by, so it goes bum, fair enough. Yeah, no, I used to have a I have a actually I could just use that instead of the. I used to use a lot of Logitech products, which were great for Mac. Like I have down here. Like a while ago, I was developing issues in my wrist, which we now know is due to a ganglion cyst. But I was worried I was getting carpal tunnel, and I was using the Mac mouse at the time, which is horribly unergonomic. So I decided to splurge on a sale, and I got two more ergonomic products: the Logitech Mechanical Mini, which I got used for a month, and then the spacebar broke somehow. Managed to fix it, and it lasted me, oh god, for another few years until it just died on me for some reason. Like, it doesn't even connect to my computer anymore. It doesn't connect to anything, actually, which was sad. But I got it on sale. I still need to recycle it. That's the problem with electronics. It's hard to recycle them because you need to find out how and where, and if the place that it recycles accepts lithium batteries or not. But yeah, so I got that. It lasted me a good while, like 2 years or so. And so that helped my wrist. I also had this mouse, the MX Master. Oh, that's just my logo on my thing. Yeah, the MX Master something for Mac, which I absolutely love this mouse. Like, the scroll wheel is really nice. I might be able to actually connect it for a sec. It's this one as well is unfortunately broken, but sometimes, yeah, no, it's not turning on. Maybe I need to charge it. But unfortunately, this also died on me. Like, the battery life of it basically went kaput after 4 years of hard work. But gee, forgot why I was showing it to you. It has buttons on the side, a thumb scroll wheel, which I absolutely loved. But because of for Mac, it had this little button here that you would press down, and it would let you do the whole. It would let you do the whole like uh, gestures you have on a trackpad. And it's like the best fucking scroll wheel in existence. The only downside is it was shit for playing games, but I'd rather have something more ergonomic and better on my wrist than the old Magic Mouse. And so I used those for a good couple of years. and I loved the hardware. I absolutely hated Logitech software, especially on Mac. Logitech options was a fucking nightmare. So bad that instead of just getting new Logitech projects, partly because the software is shit, partly because I do not have that type of money, and they weren't on sale at the time, I decided to try to find products that were similar or did not need software to run. And that somehow led me to my current ones, which are the Keychron keyboard and mouse, which surprisingly work great. Like, they work really well. The only problem is I'm so used to the old that MX Master mouse that it just feels kind of flimsy in comparison. Like, the scroll wheel is not nearly as nice. There's no thumb wheel. There's a thumb wheel, but it's connected to the a certain button. It's interesting. I was spoiled when I got those, and it has ruined all of the mice for me. I've been thinking of getting an ergonomic mouse, but I also want to be able to use it with either hand. Yeah, no, they do not. They really do not. But yeah, that's my keyboard and mouse story. Somehow they both died at the same time, so I had to buy both new ones. So I just got uh Keychron keyboard, which works fantastic, like probably the best keyboard I've ever had, and the Keychron mouse, which I took a bet on, and aside from some things, also works great. But even if I do want to complain, I bought the product. I'm gonna use it until it dies. Because God knows I don't have that money, and I don't want to waste stuff and contribute to electronic e-waste. Because God knows that is a problem nowadays. I cannot believe I did that. Whoops. But yeah, I have a feeling this current mouse and keyboard will last me a good few years, 3, 4, maybe more. And the nice thing about the Keychron keyboards is they're hot swappable, so if a switch breaks, I can just buy a new switch and replace it without having to replace the entire fucking keyboard. Fucking Logitech. Yes, this is the next one. Thanks, YouTube notification. YouTube notifications. I love you so not very much. always so funny how shit it is at notifying. And I wonder how much of it is because I'm just such a small channel that doesn't post all that often, aside from going live. And how much it is just the eternal system is kind of shit. Which reminds me, I have a new video coming out soon. I'm planning on releasing a new video soon. I should finish that. He messaged me. Ah, fuck, I just remembered I have a test next week. I have my Japanese speaking exam next week. Not tomorrow, but the Monday after. Ugh. Which wouldn't be that bad, not for the fact that it's on humble and polite speech. Keigo. Son keigo, kei something. Kenjogo. Kenjogo. I I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think uh 助けられません. 助けられません. Not 助け. Yeah, 助け. お助け. That's not one you would do humble form for or polite form. Taskeraremasen. That's what I'm sticking to. That won't help. Ooh. I gotta stop being distracted by my texts. Right. My drive's over here. I think I already have this one. I forgot to check if I have this one from Chinese. I doubt I have this one from Chinese, yeah. But this one I do have from studying Mandarin. No, I deleted it? I sworn I had that one. Okay, so question. Do we like the webcam? Do we not like the webcam? I might do something to decorate around the borders if we do keep it, so it's not just me sitting there in a weird little box. Webcam's good. Hair goals. Thank you! I try so hard for my hair. Okay, there's that. That is a good boost of self-esteem on my part, so thank you for that, Nex. Um, I should really shave. I keep taking a shower or a bath and I get out. Before I take the shower bath, I'm like, I need to shave afterwards. And then I take a shower bath and I get out and I feel clean and I feel great and I just walk out without shaving because I completely forget. Okay. I'm going to, one sec, I'm going to check something after I'm finished with this stroke order, but I just remembered something. Something I am probably that something stupid. Okay. No, it's... Oh, wait, no, I didn't make any mistake. This is meant to be purple. I wasn't stupid. Well, I just was. But I wasn't originally. I didn't mess up origin. Well, I did, just not the way I thought. Okay. Let me check something on my YouTube. Um, Bakamitai. Uh, let's see. YouTube Studio. Analytics. Um, am I able to check this? Wait, no, that's views. That's not what I want. Um, I do not know how to check this. Oh my god. I lost in the last 28 days. In the last month, I lost one subscriber because of my Hearn Conlin creation part 6. Oh, what a random video. Just be like, I don't actually like this guy. I'll unsubscribe. Like, oh my god. Mm. Uh, Hair was the first thing I started taking care of after a long, particularly bad special episode. Still probably what I take care of best. Felt good having first real shower today after my surgery. That's good. Send me the link, Cat. I think I know which one you're talking about. Okay, why are you flashing like that? There we go. I want to do this one first, followed by this one. Followed by, yeah, but what I was looking for earlier was looking at estimated revenue, or looking at revenue, because uh the most of my revenue is from ads, but there's exactly, I think, 69 cents or $6.90 or something like that from Kate the Pan Plate. When I first just got the when I first started streaming something after my 5,000 subscriber weekend. I don't even remember what I did in part 6. Yeah, no, I did see that. And I tried using that for a while, but the colors they use aggravate me for so much for some reason. Plus all the little numbers around the number, all the little numbers around the letters just feel way too much. For me at least. Just wasn't a big fan of the way they did the strokes. Plus, it doesn't include, from what I saw, from what I remember, it didn't include traditional stroke order for Chinese or simplified stroke order for Chinese either. Hey, thank you for that, Field. Oh no, now I feel bad. I only brought that up because it was a stupid little thing Kate the Pan Plate did. Yeah, can I? It says. Now I do know my revenue. Thank you for that, Field Lang. It'll help me buy a lunch at school. Uh, which reminds me, I should actually be getting my YouTube paycheck soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is one of those ones I was talking about that is split weirdly. Also, no, you're right. I lost the stupid 69 joke from Kate. God damn it. Well, I couldn't even find it actually either. So I guess it doesn't matter, but oh well. Yeah, so this is one of those weird ones that is weird to split. Because the centerpiece here has 6 strokes. Which, the way I've been generally dealing with this is just splitting it into 3 strokes each. And then2023年からデュオリンゴで日本語を勉強しています。ああ、本当にデュオリンゴとどう、どうですかいや、どうですかどうでしたか God damn, yeah. I've tried using Duolingo for Japanese, but there's just so much about it that angers me. Duolingo in general, I am. Duolingo has gone so far downhill. Like they switched to 100% TTS voices. No longer actual people doing the voices. It is text to speech. Which, one, annoys me because that is a potential job. Two, annoys me because they're not even doing good text to speech. Like, did you know that for a while, I don't know if this is still true, for a while after switching to text to speech, Duolingo French would read the preposition e as, not the preposition, the is it preposition? The pronoun. The pronoun. So like il Ilia. Duolingo French would pronounce that as il y a. Il y a. They would pronounce the full fucking name of the letter. Like, why? It kind of makes sense when you realize that the person who made Duolingo is also the person who made reCAPTCHA. One of those silicon bros. But it's like, they had such a good system. And then they ruined it by going full Silicon Valley AI bullshit. Alongside too heavy of a gamification of it. As the Duolingo system became too gamified, as well as losing a large chunk of what made it good, which was the grammar notes and the community notes. Like, it was varying qualities because it was community led. But when you're learning a lesson, like the German tree had such good notes and such good layout for learning the language, to the point where in the old German tree, I went from 0 to basically not even needing to take second semester German. I went straight to intermediate. And then, but just looking at it now, it's like such a fall from grace. I fucked up. Can I backtrack enough to fix it? Hey, I backtracked enough to fix it. It's so sad. Fuck. I copied the wrong thing, so I gotta do these strokes all over again. What's even worse is that there have been people who have brought up systems similar to the old Duolingo, or that were better than the old Duolingo, but because Duolingo has such good marketing, they are so underutilized. Or unknown. Like, did you know in the US, through your library, you can get free courses to almost any language? Because most of them sign up to the same program, where you can sign up for a library card and then go find the resources to learn the language. Like almost all of the world's major languages, and a shit ton that you wouldn't even think about. Like there was an introductory course to Ethiopic. It is very cool. Yeah, no, the US public library system is such a helpful tool, because they sign up for so much stuff, and if you sign up with them, you can do a bunch of programs with them. Also just books in general, but US library system is a deeply interconnected tool, especially in the modern day, where you can get almost any book, any paper through them, and they offer such a wide range of programs that it's like, yeah, there is a general rule of thumb that is different from Chinese, different from Korean, different from Vietnamese, and whatnot. The general rule of thumb, there's a few steps. We're almost up for time anyways, so I guess I'll just pages. I'll just do this to show you. So the general rule of thumb is horizontal first, vertical second, up, down, left to right is the most basic rule set, but there are other more complex rules. So like if we have Chichi, left heading stroke first in a cross. So like in this character here, let me zoom in. This stroke goes first. So top, right to left, but then left to right, but then this stroke goes first, followed by this stroke. Then there's also in words like Migi, vertical goes vertical goes first if third stroke is vertical. So like in Chinese, in both Taiwan and mainland, what's first is this horizontal stroke, followed by this vertical, and then you complete off the rest of the square. But in Japanese, this vertical goes first, followed by this one. And that applies to migi, what's the you this character here, and so on. It's like, it's very interesting. And then in some older standards, the radical fugate, this character here, traditionally, I can just show you with Jisho. Traditionally, in modern days, it's this stroke first, followed by this right angle, and then you close it off. Traditionally, it used to be this stroke here first, followed by this, and then this long vertical. And the reason that was the case is because in most other characters with that similar style, that is how it goes. Like, that was the standard. But then Mong Gate, as well as let's just use Kyoshi as an example, as well as this one, they changed it so that this vertical stroke goes first. Why did it change? I don't know. It just did. Different standards, different principles. A lot of current standards are actually set on specific people's calligraphy styles. So there's also that, but that's mostly for fonts and whatnot. And that is all we have for time today. Fieldling, I cannot like your I can love it though. There we go. But yeah, that's all the time we have for today. I will be streaming on the second channel again on Tuesday, Thursday, playing Bloodborne as usual. And then next Sunday, depending on how much studying I get done for my Japanese exam, I may or may not be doing office hours then. I probably will. But if I feel like I need more practice in studying, I might not do it that day. But either way, until next time, I bid you all adieu. What's this little... There we go.